One actually, I think everybody kind of answered that one.
Yeah. I think we're all into the switch.
What's going on, friends and family? It is Wednesday, and it is time to get a little wacky, and we're live. And usually I have my buddy Derek. He may show up, but he's not here right now. What up, Mr. Mello? What's going on, bro? Today we got a great one in store for us. Both these gentlemen are they've been on the show several times, so they're not new to the show by no means, but a lot of new things going on, a lot of great things to talk about. I also had the pleasure of meeting these guys, and I'm excited to have them back on. Oh, well, look at you! Just what up, bro?
What's up? Sorry, dude. I was thinking 6:30 for some reason. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
In the Marine Corps, you'd be toasted, bro.
I know. I'm losing my mind.
We'd be having you smoked, man. 15 minutes.
Somebody's got to.
Prior, you're late. They
15
say.
prior to 15 prior. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I can't complain. Another busy day, another day in life, but life's good. How about you, man?
Same thing, bro. Can't really complain, man. Just been kind of busy working on season 2 for Every Day is Saturday. Kind of doing the whole true crime military edition stuff. So I didn't realize damn, dude, I got to do a little bit of homework, and I guess I didn't expect it to be as much as it is, bro. But
yeah, I get that.
To say the least, it's a lot of fun, and I'm trying to keep myself ahead of the game so that way I don't fall behind. But other than that, man, how's the music going, bro?
It's going pretty good right now, honestly. I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to write as much as I can and play a little bit more. So, I'm getting out there and doing what I got to do. But
yeah, I like the new song Lighthouse that you've been but I've been watching on Facebook. So
yeah, dude, it's been good. I've just been having fun, and I like sharing the process with everybody. And then, I'll sit here for like 30 minutes just trying to do better every time and I'll just record it and see what I can do better next time. And I really just kind of pick away at things I can change. So it's been fun.
Eric, you're so right, bro. Dude, man, gotta talk.
You guys got fireside chats.
Yeah, bro. We miss every Monday, man. Totally missed his call and totally missed that, dude. Ding. There you go. Calling me out, bro.
Oh, geez. Somebody's got to.
Well, hey, dude, you know who we got here today? We got Herostock and Wheels4Warriors, both of them here. And we're here to talk about all the great things coming, dude, in 2024.
So excited.
Hell yeah. So let's go ahead and not keep them waiting any longer. We got Jason Steiner and Jesse Cunningham. What's going on, gents?
What's up, y'all?
Hey, welcome back as usual. And guess who's in the house? We got Bulletproof Podcast.
What's up, Ace?
We got Eric Mello.
What's up, Mello?
Mr. Mello.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, Eric.
We're here to talk all about the great news. Obviously you guys are sitting here together. We got some great things to share. And let's talk about 2024. You guys got some dates for us. You got some good news. What do we got?
There's nothing happening in 2024.
You better make it happen.
No, we've both been granted pretty hard here in the last month and a half, and we've set 4 tentative dates right now, and super excited for these venues that we got coming up. We got a couple trips coming up to meet some people and do a little pitch here and there. So it's super exciting stuff. And Jesse, I'll let you reveal the partnership.
So I guess the big announcement, Wheels4Warriors USA, we give motorcycles to veterans all over the United States. Me, helping Jason with Herostock and, helping him becoming his event director, and him branching out and doing this all over the United States. It only made sense that we started having conversations about presenting a Wheels4Warriors bike at every single one of these Herostock events. So, with all of the nonprofits that are out there when it comes to veteran nonprofits or whatever it may be, we all come across the good, the bad, the ugly. And one of the things that Jason wanted to do with Herostock was, with all of these organizations that come in, is vet the groups that are coming in and ensuring that these groups are good groups, you know. And that's one of the things that we talked about with us working together. Is I've come across some amazing groups, and we've had amazing partnerships, you know, working across the United States. And if I can, you know, get with Jason and get with these groups and we can grow this faster and bigger, then let's do that. And, you know, along the way, we can filter out the ones that, you know, we know aren't, you know, actual good nonprofits, or, you know, doing what they need to be doing for the veterans, the first responders, and things like that. So it's just teamwork, and it's a bond, and it's taking off.
Teamwork
love
makes
that.
the dream work.
That's right. So, you know, you guys dealing with a lot of nonprofits and stuff like that, you know, how do you guys vet them out before you guys actually take them on and stuff like that too? Because as you know, there's a lot of nonprofits out there that aren't exactly what they say they are.
You know,
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, for us, like one of the main things is digging through their books. Like, I want to see your books. Are you on the up and up? Is your money going where it's supposed to go? Or are you the CEO that's taking 95% of the profits and putting it in your pocket and giving 5% back to the veterans? That's, you know, something that we won't tolerate. You've got to be a top tier nonprofit to be part of this. And part of that is your books. Part of it's watching these nonprofits come on these podcasts, and you listen and see what they're doing, and you go and start checking them out through Facebook. And are you really doing what you say you're doing? And if you're not really doing what you're saying you're doing, we really don't want you along until you can straighten out and get on that path of actually giving back to the veterans.
Right. Now, let's talk more about 2024. What do you guys have in store for 2024?
I'll let you take the first one, Jason.
All right. The first one is going to be down in Rolla, Missouri. Rolla is going to be June 29th. We're actually pairing up with Donald Dunn with Gunroom Radio, Operation Encore stepping in to help. They're going to be getting the artists to the event. We've actually already picked the bands. We just need to solidify everything right now. So a little teaser on that, if we can get them, is going to be JB Brown is going to be there. He's bringing a couple guys with him, a steel pedal player, and somebody else. You've got Derek Stoner that lives right there in Missouri. We're bringing him in as the local contact for us to, you know, bring the draw for the local veteran. Scotty Hastings. If we can get Scotty Hastings, he's going to be coming in too, and he's already said he wants to do them. I'm actually dealing with his manager right now to try to make sure that happens. And then Shannon Book. You know, we're bringing in Book, so we're going to have a party with Book and Hastings and Brown and all them guys. So it should be a really cool deal.
All incredible people.
Yeah, amazing people, amazing artists. You know, Donald's talked about possibly doing a car show because it's going to be inside the fairgrounds. We're going to have an 8th mile track. So we talked about doing a car show down there. Some other stuff we need to hash out, but that's kind of where we're at right now. So
love that.
That's outstanding. Sounds like a lot of fun. And I mean, the guys that you mentioned in terms of the bands, like, wow. I mean, that's going to be a great one just for that alone. So
right. Yep.
Outstanding. And so, Jesse, you guys are going to give a bike away at that event as well. What number would that be?
That will be bike number 44 that we've given away since 2016. So, yep, we're changing the way that we're kind of doing things. You know, as Wheels4, you know, of course, people donate bikes to us. We fundraise for bikes. Anything we can do to put a veteran on a bike, we've done it. So we've got the 43 bikes doing it. We've been successful, but we've kind of taken some notes from Jason and all the success that he's had with Herostock. And this is what we talk about with the partnership and helping each other out. is things that he's doing and works well for him. We took notes, and we're going to start doing some of the same things, and vice versa. You know, I've been in the game a lot longer than Jason has, doing a lot of these things. And it's been like a coaching process at first, but then Jason took the reins and like took off with this stuff, and it's just been like killing it. So it's like now I'm the one taking notes, like, hey, bro, like, you know, you're killing this stuff. And like we need to start like comparing and contrasting this stuff, because, you know, to be successful and to help each other out is, you know, what it's all about. And we want to do that with other nonprofits as well, and take them along for the journey, but they got to be on the up and up. They got to be vetted. They got to be true. They got to be actually doing the things that they're doing for the veteran community and first responders. So.
Yep. Love that.
You want to take the next one?
So our second venue, one of my guys, Ace, he's a Purple Heart recipient. He
received the motorcycle.
Yeah.
He received the motorcycle at Herostock.
Yeah.
He was the one who received.
I got to watch that.
He actually has a buddy down in Harlan County Reservoir, which is a really big lake down here in Nebraska. And we had a meeting with the guy who runs Patterson Harbor, and we sat down with the Corps of Engineers to talk about throwing a little Herostock party down in Patterson Harbor, and they agreed to close off all of Patterson Harbor and let us throw a party on the beach and allow people to bring their boats in from the lake, and also come in from the land and have, I guess, a concert on both sides. So we'll have beach access from boats, and we'll have from the land. So
boats and bros, huh? Boats and bros.
Boats and bros.
Bros. Yeah. So you know, we're working on you know, more music for that too. You know, we had Dylan Bloom come last year. You know, we thought about talking to Dylan Bloom. He does amazing things for veterans. He's helped Miles for Heroes all the time, which is a local group from Nebraska that works with Jason and I. You know, having him back out, maybe, you know, have a little beach party with Dylan Bloom out there and host that one out there would be a good one, I think.
Heck yeah, man.
That'd be
I think Mr. Joe Allen Christie may be rolling into that one too.
Yeah.
And the Winchester
I
band.
would love to see Mr. Joe Allen Christie.
And Barbara Sim.
Love Barbara
So
too.
that's kind of part of the lineup of what we're looking at. It's going to be a 2-day event, July 12, 13. And it's going to kind of be our party event. I don't know how family friendly it's really going to be, because we're going to have a party beach. We're going to have a party balcony. They're going to have their own bars on them. Horse Soldier Whiskey may be coming in to work with us. I just reached out to Lazy RW out there by North Platte. They want to work with us on some stuff. So they may be part of what we're doing down there, or part of what we're doing back here. We haven't really hashed that out yet. So
love that. It's amazing.
Yeah. So our third venue is going to be Nashville, Tennessee. We are going to the music capital of the world, and we have a meeting down there early January, where we are going to pitch Herostock to some major players down in Nashville. Whether it's for funds or, you know, social media, trying to get them behind what we're doing. And there's some big players on the ticket right now that we're going to talk to. We've got a bunch of the big nonprofits down there that we're going to talk to. That one's going to be August 9th and 10th, I believe is the date of that. These are all Friday, Saturday, except for Rolla. Rolla will just be a 1-day event down there. Figure to kick it off, we're probably better off just starting with a 1-day event and get that one out of the way, and then we'll start pushing into the 2-day events. So yeah, Nashville, we're 2 days. We're looking 4 to 6 bands, 4 to 6 bands for down there, for both days. Haven't really made selections yet on who's going to play there. So, and then
outstanding.
So then, of course, we have, you know, Herostock back here, close to Lincoln and Omaha. We're checking out some venues actually tomorrow. We're going to drive around and look at some different options, bigger venues. But like we were saying with Wheels4Warriors, giving away a bike at every one of these events, you know, giving a bike away down in Rolla. and giving away 2 bikes here in Nebraska. Jason and I just had a conversation with our local Harley Davidson and pitched them and said, hey, look, we're going to be doing 2 bike presentations here in the state of Nebraska. These are the dates of our events. Could we get some real estate in your store to start fundraising for these bikes so we could start getting the community involved in this? So what we're trying to do moving forward, instead of us chasing down bikes all over the United States and bringing them back and fixing them and making them brand new and doing all these things and taking a year-long process to get some of these bikes ready for the next year, we're going to start setting up shop where we're going to have our Herostock events in advance. We're going to get these bikes. We're going to get dealerships involved. We're going to get the community involved. We're going to reach out to groups like the Combat Vets Motorcycle Association, the Marine Corps League, VFW, all these different groups, Legion Riders, and say, hey, we have this bike that we're going to be fundraising for. Come be a part of this. Help raise funds for this. Let's honor a veteran in your area. Nominate a veteran, and let's honor somebody local in your area and give them a motorcycle.
Man, love it.
Love it.
And on top of that, come in and enjoy some music, some food, some cornhole, camaraderie, family, the whole 9 yards that goes along with Herostock. So it's a hand-in-hand partnership where we're going to be working together a lot on all of these events and every piece that goes into this event. So
yeah, man. I mean, 4 events, that's it's a hefty amount of
it's a big jump.
Oh, hell yeah. I know how much it took you guys. Well, I don't know but I know a lot of how it took you guys just to come up with Herostock last year. So you guys definitely have a lot of stuff, but with all you guys teaming up, it makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? And 2 great nonprofits coming together, and you guys are doing great things, and one thing I can tell you is bringing people together changes lives. It for sure does. We saw the magic as we all came and didn't really have any expectations going into it, but walked out like with overwhelming feeling about it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And that's what it's about is bringing people together. I said a long time ago that I wanted to bring these nonprofits in so that everybody can see that we all work together. And if we work together, it's a better system and we can make better things happen for our veteran and first responders. And this is part of that first step of let's all work together. Let's all make this better. Yeah. And Ace just threw it out there. We're going to try to do, all events. We're going to try to make more family friendly, bounce houses, that kind of stuff. Possibly a dunk tank with the Hero of Mayorville in it. We've talked about the tug of war, the inter-service tug of war, even though it's not fair because the Marines are always going to win.
Yeah, or it's going to win.
Yeah.
We're going to make more stuff. Right. We're going to make more stuff happen. It's going to be more activities along with what we're doing. I want to do the T-Rex races where we buy 10 of the T-Rex blow-up suits and people have to try to run a race in them. Just fun stuff like that to bring people together. Have a little bit of trying to make that where your team wins, right? The not the camaraderie, but the I'm at a loss for words.
Interaction, though. I mean, it brings a lot of interaction among
the morale building.
Icebreakers as well. You can, amongst the people that are all there that may not even know each other, but now they're out playing these wild, fun games together.
Yep.
It does build a lot of things. I mean, we all kind of grew up on a lot of this stuff, right? I mean,
Well, he talked about doing more things. We just did our 43rd motorcycle presentation. We're going to be doing 4 more next year. One of the things that we're talking about, and it's going to be a big push, is we could potentially, Wheels4Warriors has done anywhere from like 3 to 11 of these, programs in a year. We could potentially do 7 programs next year, and our 50th motorcycle could be presented back here in Nebraska for our final Herostock event for our finale for the year.
How cool would that be?
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
And that will come with some other big announcements too.
Yep.
You
But we
guys
got-
in these announcements,
Yeah,
bro.
you guys and your surprises. You're getting me excited.
I mean, realistic, big push to get 7 this next year. You know, that's a lot of work on top of doing the events and, you know, getting these nonprofits to come to the event and support it and do all the thing that Jason is doing on his end. You know, it's busy on the back end on our end too.
Yep.
I believe it, man.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool to have the way me and Jesse work together has been really good. Like Jesse said, I've kind of stepped into my own place and started kind of running with it, and I've made some great contacts along the way, and he's got some amazing contacts, and you know, we start bringing those together and we start making things bigger for both of us, and bringing in all these great nonprofits and being able to show them, hey, we've got this partnership and it's working and we're making things great. Don't be afraid to reach out and say, hey, you know, we're missing this piece, but you guys have it. Is there any way we can work together to make our nonprofit and your nonprofit bigger and better?
Yep.
Y'all
So-
fit like peanut butter and jelly. And that's so
Right,
Like spam and eggs, man.
And we're having fun along the way too. We just had some friends come up to Omaha to Steel House a couple weeks ago. Kyle Conkle and Bad Wolves. He's a big supporter of Wheels4Warriors and now Herostock. I introduced Jason to them this year, and he loves what we're doing. And they came up to play up there, and they brought us up and gave us some tickets, and we hung out in the green room with them and just did a video and stuff and just made an announcement. Of course, they did their announcement for their new CD. And so, yeah, it's doing fun stuff like that, you know, and, you know, being able to, you know, say, hey, Jason, man, here's Kyle Conkle from Bad Wolves, who's been super cool with us for the last like 5 years, you know, and like, hey, Kyle, here's Jason, who has this amazing nonprofit that I'm now working with. And like, look at what we're doing. And right there during the concert, he calls us out by name, you know, our name and our nonprofits by name, like right there during the concert, you know, like that's absolutely incredible to have something like that happen. And like, you know, of course, me and Jason are fangirling over here looking at each other like, did that seriously just happen? Like, you know, but it's fun for me to have had made those connections over the years and now share that with Jason. And then of course, Jason and everything that he's doing and the people that he's meeting saying, hey, look at Wheels4Warriors and the program that they have. They're doing things with motorcycles and veterans and stuff. And now we're working together. It's like a powerhouse. And we want other groups who are sincere in what they're doing to go be a part of what we're building.
Right. I mean, you know, I could personally speak for my own account. You know, I got to go there and experience a Herostock for myself. And I, you know, flew out of California to, and then never went out to Nebraska ever. So, Herostock brought me out there. But man, let me tell you, it was hard to leave there. You know, like it was part of me was like, man, I could really just see myself living here, you know, and just hanging out with these guys all the time. You know what I mean?
Jesse's like, don't do it.
Keep California out of my Nebraska.
I understand. But, you know, it was just a great time, dude, and definitely the wife and I already, you know, planning for the next one, you know, and
Yeah.
if we could nail at least 2 out of the 4, that would be outstanding. We got a lot of traveling to do this upcoming year. It's going to be her 40th, and she hates me saying that.
Well,
But what she's going to be welcome to the 40s.
What was awesome about that was your wife met my wife, and
Right.
they were hanging out throughout the evening, you know, and you know, both nights because you know we all shared an Airbnb and stuff and got to hang out and stuff. And I think they talk probably more than you and I talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was cool watching not only at the house but at the event. You know, watching people coming in, and pretty soon you saw them engaged in conversation with somebody that they may not have known. You know, they happen to walk up to a table and now they're engaged with another veteran or a first responder or a Gold Star family and getting to have that interaction and build those friendships that I hope will then carry into, you know, 2024, 25, 26, you know, as the thing grows, we're still bringing everybody together to, you know, let them see, hey, this is everything we're doing and come be a part of this. Right. Um, it was fun. It's fun to watch that. The cornhole game, you know, we had people that literally pulled up a chair and sat and watched the cornhole game.
I
And
promise they weren't watching me and Scotty.
well, it was quick at least. So
And you know what sucks? So I actually missed the dang cornhole tournament because I was having so much fun inside that I totally lost track of, oh yeah, we signed up for cornhole. But
yeah.
nevertheless,
Yeah, and I mean,
it looks like it was a great time.
yeah, everybody that played it had a great time. It started out really fun. By the end of it, it got pretty competitive. You know, so it was fun to watch that. The little bit that I got to see of it. You know, but we made like contacts with Lori with the Tree of Valor. You know, she wants to come to all of our events this next year. A lot of our nonprofits from last year, they want to come back. Most of them said they had more traffic at their table at our event than they've had at any other deal. So, you know, for me, that's what it's about, is getting that traffic to these tables and these nonprofits to show off what they're doing and have our veteran and first responders talking to them and figuring out that there's so much out there that they can be involved with.
That's
Absolutely.
the thing. You come to a stock event and you are that veteran, that first responder, or you are that family member of that veteran or that first responder or whoever. You can be friend, whatever. But you come to these events and you find different groups, whether it's a hunting, fishing, motorcycle group, or maybe it's a therapy dog group or whatever it may be. You can come and find that one thing that you need for that veteran or what that veteran is seeking in their life. And that's the thing that we're trying to provide. And when you come to these events and you see that veteran making those connections, or that first responder making that connection, and the response that is really shocking to Jason and I is that people come to these events and they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize there were all of these things available, or that these things were out there that I could go and do, or stuff like that. And it's like there's some kind of disconnect between where these nonprofits are, they're trying so hard to get their information out there and say, we're trying to provide this quality, thing for this person, and they can't get their information out there, or they're not making the connection with the people that they need to make. And Jason is providing that in one spot. He's saying, come here, we're providing all of these things for you, and let's make those connections here. And that's why this has blown up the way that it is because all of these groups have tried for so long and so hard to make these connections, and Jason is providing the environment for them to do it.
Yeah, it is amazing, bro. To know that basically when you really start diving into these nonprofits, it's amazing to see how many different communities there are, and it just about something that suits something for everybody. You know what I mean? Like whether you like fishing, hunting, mountain biking, skydiving. Yeah, bro. I mean, you name it. There's so much out there now.
Shout out to Bravo Zulu. Thank you.
Heck yeah, Bravo Zulu. We had them on here before. But I mean, it's just one of those things, man. You don't know until you start looking into it, and that's the hard part. So it's great that we have events like this. We have podcasts. We have all these other different things where we try to get the information out so people can start being aware, like, damn, oh gosh, there's all these things. Because a lot of us all experience that kind of disconnection,
Right.
at some point in time. Kind of when you get out, maybe you kind of disconnect yourself. Wow, had a hell of a gut right there. I didn't even realize that was look at me. Hey, what was, man? Look at this, dude. Good Lord.
No, but like even the crazy thing for me last year, right, is I'd been in the nonprofit world for 4 years. We've been doing events, we've been doing all this stuff. I had over 50 nonprofits reach out to me, and I knew of about 12 of them. And now I've got this whole arsenal of all of these nonprofits that I had no idea even existed until I went and scrolled Facebook for, I don't know, 30 nights, 40 nights, finding these nonprofits and sending them invites. And I didn't know they existed, and I'd been in the nonprofit world for 4 years. If you're just a veteran or a first responder, you may not know about any of them. This is a place where you can come and you can see, talk to, hear what they do, understand their program, and be a part of it.
Heck yeah. It's touching. And there's his daughter. That's another
That's
part
great.
about that's Bree. She gets to sit there. She does, she opens up with a national anthem and did an amazing job.
She killed it all night.
Yeah.
So let's give
Josh, what's going on, brother?
let's give Bree the real credit, because Bree and my daughter played softball together, and that's actually how me and Jason met.
Yep.
Jason taught my daughter in softball, and like a couple years down the road, we kept bumping into each other at all these veteran-related events, and we're like, we know each other from somewhere. And it took us a minute to figure it out, and it was like, I coached your daughter in softball. So that's where it all began, the whole relationship with Jason and I, and this stuff growing to where it's at right now. Herostock becoming what it is. Jason coming to me and saying, hey, I have an idea. And me going, that's a damn good idea. Do it.
Let's do it.
So, it's pretty amazing how this all got started.
Really
There's no such
bro.
thing as a coincidence.
Right.
No. And something that was a great time was the pre-party too. So even before the pre-party, so there's kind of, here we go. We got a little bit of some pre-party.
Yeah.
Look at me with the backpack on and the beer. I'm ready to party.
I'll tell you what, me
No
and
Derek.
about that too.
No, there. No,
Derek's gone at this point already.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, anybody who took any part of that pre-party, Jason and I talk about it all the time. For us, that is what we wish everybody could experience, is that pre-party experience that we all had in that house, because that's where the real connections are made.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Tom throws beer at the wall.
Yeah. Oh man, what a crazy entrance for Tom. Just happened to be a cookie sheet when he walks on in. Boom, just comes in hot with a beer.
He
knocked the beer out of someone's hand.
No, it was his own beer. It was his own beer. Yeah. Somebody had handed it to him, and like literally he stepped forward to like shake somebody's hand, kicked the cookie sheet, threw the beer on the wall.
I mean,
we're like, well, Tom's here.
Tom is here. Have no fear. Yeah,
it takes stuff like that though to be memorable. You got to have those moments where everything just goes awry, and it makes the best memories.
Right.
Absolutely.
But no, the pre-party, man, that was where it was at. Like for me, because during the event, I didn't get to really truly enjoy it because I was talking to everybody. I think I put on like 14 miles that day. Making sure stuff was happening, making sure all this was going on, and talking to people and hearing the stories and thanking the nonprofits for coming out. And so it was a pre-party, like getting to hang out with everybody that night, getting to hear the stories, getting to hear the music. When they pulled out the guitars and started playing, it was just, I literally kept pinching myself going, is this really happening? Yeah. And it was, and that was the cool part for me.
When everybody was sitting around and everybody was like in the living room playing guitars, and I was sitting on the floor with my wife listening, and I was looking around and looking at all the smiles. For me, the big thing was that all of the work that was put in, it was now the moment to start enjoying all of the hard work. And for me to look across the room and see Jason with a ear to ear smile sitting next to Joe, and hearing Barbara play and Scotty play, and everybody, and just looking around and everybody just sharing in that. And then for me to sit there with my wife and say, for me, this is what it's all about, sharing in this moment right now. That's why I do what I do. And that's why I'm for the Wheels4Warriors stuff, the Herostock stuff like that. It's for those moments. And I think veterans need that. We all need that. That's that camaraderie. That's that family and togetherness that, we lost when we left the military, and we're home with Herostock for us to have that back. And it's awesome.
Honestly, it all starts with you guys, and the dedication, the amount of work, and what you guys wanted this to be really shows. I mean, for me, like it kind of felt like a family reunion I wanted to go to. You know what I mean? Like it was like, yeah, I didn't know what to expect, but when I got there, I was super excited to be there. I got to meet people. I had a sense of belonging again. Everything just came together, and it wouldn't have gone like that had you guys not done everything you did and the way you do it. So, it's hats off to you guys just in not only executing it, but executing it how you want it to be done in the way that you've done it.
Yeah, and
that's credit to Jason. I've been the event guy for a lot of years doing this stuff, with other nonprofits and, my nonprofit. But I'll tell you what, Jason in just the 2 years has taught me a thing or two on all of this stuff. And, us doing this next year that's what's making it fun is, all the fresh ideas that he has and the things that he's brought to the table and the things that we've shared has been awesome.
It's exciting to watch, especially, getting to hear Jason's story earlier on from last year, when he was talking about how it first started, and just, I can't imagine the amount of like growth had it not happened. I don't know, but it's watching how it's gone so far. I can't imagine how you feel now.
it's crazy. I mean, it was literally a dumb idea over a beer with my buddy that's a neighbor that's a Marine. That's how it all started. It started with an axe throwing competition, and I decided to nix that because somebody was going to the hospital, and I could foresee that. So I mean, that's really how this started. And it was a night to hang out. That's all it was. And it was never supposed to go past October 22nd last year. And now we're talking 4 venues this year. We're talking 7 to 12 next year. We're talking 22 different states has invited us to do this. We've got people crawling out of the woodwork now going, hey, we'd love to host a Herostock in Texas. Hey, we'd love to host a Herostock in California. And, and it's like, it's crazy because the traction that it's grabbed and the amount of people that are getting behind it it's insane.
That's 2-part. That's that you're right. The hard work and all the people that's gotten behind it, but that's also the need that there's an actual need for this to be going on. There is a need for us to be putting on these Herostock events. There is a need for us to have our Wheels4Warriors program at these events. There's a need for us to say all of these veteran and first responder groups that are in these communities need to be at our event to share what you're doing, to get your information out there, and to help individuals in your communities. So the need is there. That's why the growth is there as well. So as much as hard work as we're putting into it, it's because there's a need and a desire for us to have Herostock and this event.
Yeah, and I mean, each group brings their own people as well.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Jesse, you've brought a whole different, bunch of people to Herostock that probably weren't there before, and vice versa. It's a great thing that everybody's kind of bringing it together. Same thing with the nonprofits being there. There's people out there that support these nonprofits, so they came out, and then they're probably like, "Oh shoot, I didn't even know you guys existed." And a lot of things start happening, collaborations, and great things come when people start collaborating and bringing things together. I know you guys have a great vision for this, and there's no, like, I don't see 2024 being your last year of doing Herostock, right?
Not unless
You
something
know,
crazy happens.
because I know 2025 is California is in the mix. We're definitely gonna have to have
I
that.
don't know. If they keep
California,
writing communism,
California knows
F
how to
goes.
party. Hey, just come here to party, bro. You know what I mean? Just come here to do the things that you can't do where you're at. You know what I mean? No problem.
But one piece we are adding for 2024 is we are opening this up to the general public. We want the general public to come out and see. Everybody's got a veteran, a first responder somewhere in their family, right? Or down the line, whatever. We want them to come out and see what we're doing. We want them to come out and see all of these amazing nonprofits that we're bringing in. We want them to come out and see that family, the camaraderie, the love that actually happens at this event, to not only highlight what we're doing, but to also bring the awareness that all of these nonprofits, it takes money to run them. And to be able to have that connection with a nonprofit that you are passionate about and say, oh my God, I love hunting and fishing. And the Combat Warriors, that's what you guys do. And you're local out of Kearney. And we want to be a yearly sponsor or a monthly sponsor of $20. That's all it takes. Be a monthly sponsor of $20. $120 or $240 a year. Sorry, Marine math. And you get 10 of those people to do that. Well, now you're starting to pay for veterans to be able to go on these trips, and they don't have to always run and try to set up a table and try to do this and try to do that to make their funds. That's a big piece of what we want to do too, is to highlight that. So we've decided this year, every location is going to have 4 bands per day. If we have 6 bands at a location, we'll have 2 of them that will play the next day. So they'll play back-to-back days. But it's a $10 ticket for the first day or a $15 ticket for the second day. And $15 gets you into both days. So for $15, you could potentially see 6 bands. Where else in the world are you going to go that you can see 6 solid bands for $15?
Yeah, it doesn't take much to sell me on it. So,
and Wheels4Warriors give away a motorcycle and connect with all the other veteran groups. Plus, we have food vendors and everything else there as well.
Yep. Possibly cigar bars and.
Yeah, you guys are giving guys and gals dates to look forward to. Dates to get them out of the house, get them out of the room, get them out of the garage, get them out of the backyard. Get them out of their little spots that they, like I said, we get in that little disconnection area, and we find a way to disconnect. But it is great, when you start hanging out again, man. It's crazy the feeling that you start to get, and like I said, it gave me a lot, like a nice little high to get on, for a while, and like I said, the wife and I left there like already looking for planes, flights the next year, and all that stuff. We were like, okay, we were gonna have to do this again. This was too much fun. And if you don't think it's for your spouses, I'll give you guys for instance. Like, I took my wife, and I think that her expectations were like, oh, I'm just gonna be out there hanging out with you and your guys, type of deal. And rightfully so. Because yeah, that was gonna go down. But but the extra stuff that came with it, like Barbara being there a day or 2 early, them kind of getting to connect and hang out. Because I mean, my gosh, they sit there, they text and hang out. I mean, not hang out, but they text now, and they're very good close friends. Same thing with Jesse's wife and Taylor and all these other great women that were there. Nana, Penny, yeah, all these people all these ladies that were there that she probably was like, that's not gonna happen. But they actually, ended up forming a group. They all got like the text threads now. I forgot some name they came up with, but it's not just the veterans connecting, but the spouses connected as well, so Um, and that's the great part about it. It is that family orientation where you can feel comfortable bringing your spouse or your loved one there and not feel like they're not going to go there and have a great time and have other people to conversate with and have a good time with as well.
Yep.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I think I genuinely left that whole thing manic depressive, like, because I had such a high, like I felt I was so happy,
right.
but
I
I was
get you.
super depressed at the same time because I was like, I don't want to leave. Like
Right.
this group of people is so amazing, and I was just like, I don't want to, like, I'm not ready to leave. But the feeling of how good I felt was great. So it was very much like it was like being manic depressive. I didn't know what to do with myself for like
Right.
at least a solid 2 months.
Bro, I had the same thing hosting it, right? I mean, we had that high as the host of it, getting to see everything come together, and crazy enough, we didn't have any major hiccups. Like it really just kind of flowed, and nothing major, nothing major, other than the parking guys that were supposed to do it and then backed out on Wednesday. Uh, but no,
And all, a lot of other things too.
But honestly, we as the goers didn't see any of it. It looked
right,
it looked flawless, bro. And the presentation of it was very well put together as well. When you walk in and having all the nonprofits kind of on the outskirts and being able to kind of walk around and then as everybody's in the middle, you can see all the nonprofits around you.
right.
As well as there's so many of them that there was an overflow, and some of them were outside as well. But I mean, dude, you guys put that together very well.
On that note, so in my experience over the years, setting up, doing booths, having interactions with crowd, and trying to get your information out there, and this is information for anybody who does this all the time. When you're engaging in the crowd, not everybody who wants to come by a booth wants to hear your spiel. They might want to stand off to the side and kind of look and listen and see what you're all about before they come up and ask whatever question they're going to ask or get the information that they're going to get. So having those tables set up and having, that whole environment, you can, one of your buddies can come over and talk to you and say, hey man, I just found this group outside you got to go talk to. I know you're into doing this stuff, but I found this group outside that's perfect for you or whatever, and it's not there's no pressure, it's not like, you're not forced into the sales pitch. You're not forced into making donations to these groups. These groups are there sharing their informations. Maybe they're doing a raffle or something like that, but they're just there to put out their information. And, you as a bystander coming in as a guest, whatever, you can feel out all these groups on your own. There's no pressure. There's no sales pitch. It's just
Right.
have fun and enjoy the evening.
Yep. And if you don't want to talk to a nonprofit, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be the guy that stands in the corner and just watches, be the guy that stands in the corner and watches. I mean, you're not going to get everything out of it, but you don't have to be engaged.
Yeah.
You can be there and be the watcher of it.
Right. If you like to be kind of even in a bar situation, or so to speak, it's like that too. You got great music playing. You can have yourself a nice drink and just kick back. There's no expectations at the Herostock, other than while you're over there waiting for a beer, you might, hey, what's going on? Find out. You just start chatting it up with someone, a fellow devil dog or something, and just what's up, brother? And get all crayon on them. But it's just one of those things, man.
One of the greatest parts for me, not only the fact that we got to give away a bike and do all that stuff and do all the Herostock stuff, but one of my battle buddies that I was deployed with that I hadn't seen in probably at least 8 or 9 years, he came to Herostock. He just moved back to Nebraska, and that was like one of the first things that he came to. And I mean, he's followed me and we've chatted and stuff like that over the years, but it's the first time that I got to see him in that long. And like, he knew I was running around and doing my thing all night. And he was one of those guys that just kind of sat back on the table and just kind of observed the room and kind of felt things out. And I got a moment where I got to come over and just like thank him for coming and stuff. And, you know, he was, you know, of course, telling me, I'm so, you know, I'm proud of all the stuff that you do. And, you know, and of course, you know, just having that and, you know, having one of my battle buddies there supporting me that I hadn't seen in so many years was amazing. You know, it's those types of connections, you know?
Yep. Yeah. It's
I
not
thought it
just, not just the present ones, it's the past ones that you get to reconnect with.
Right.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
thought it was
mean,
kind of crazy too when we were Steiner wanted to go get a guitar so he can get, you know, everybody to sign it.
how
As we
wild was
go in
that?
there and
That was crazy.
we're in there and the guy knows about Herostock inside the guitar store. I was like,
Let me
dang,
give you a
bro,
deal,
see?
brother.
You know, there you go. You're starting to get that Nebraska, you know, community behind you, and they're starting to know. And now, you know, he obviously said, well, they're definitely going to be a part of it this next year.
Right.
It was a little late, I think, that they said, but it was so crazy just to hear them talk about it, bro, like out of the blue, you know.
Yep.
And as we're talking about it, and he's like, oh, yeah, Hero Stock. Oh, yeah. And then he just started saying stuff, and I was like, wow, bro, it's getting around, man. It
Yeah.
is getting around.
I talked to a few people.
Yeah, you do.
You might.
do, bro.
I'm
You know,
expecting at
and
least 50 more podcasts this year, by the way. You know, you're gonna have to be busy.
I'm working on it. Well,
now you got to beat your number from last year, so you know, and you got more of a kick on it. So you've already had
Right.
a
lot
couple
more stuff
you
going
know,
on.
no,
You got
23. It's still 2023 though, bro. So
true. It doesn't start over till 24.
yeah, so you're still racking them. Here's
Jason,
one.
how much are we sharing tonight?
Let's open it up.
full rip.
So
Let's go.
I'll
Send it.
so with you talk about doing podcasts, you know, with
Yes.
doing these things and having different venues. One of the things that Jason and I are talking about is us starting a podcast, simply for the fact that we have upcoming venues and we have sponsors, donors, we have nonprofits that we can showcase before we even have our event. We can start having these nonprofits in the area come on and talk about what they do and say, hey, we're going to be at Herostock in Rolla, Missouri. Come and see us. This is who we are. This is what we do. And we can start showcasing those in a podcast.
Yeah,
so
man, I
excited
love
for
it.
this.
I'm excited for it as well.
We're working out the details on it right now, but hopefully by January 1st-ish, we're starting to bring people on and talk. So,
And
That's
you guys are already
incredible.
pros, so you know the expectations are high.
right.
To say the least, you know what I mean?
But you know, I want to see a production here, you know.
Yeah, expect you to have more actual
Warrior
freaking mic
Stock
by then.
podcast is Mello's recommendation, huh?
I actually kind of like that.
What
It's not bad.
do you think?
Warrior Stock podcast is what
Oh,
Eric was saying.
Eric, yeah.
That's his recommendation, huh?
But yeah, man, it's been cool. It's been great working with Jesse, getting to pick his brain on the event side of it. Again, I have a great team that works with me. We're all pushing together to create an amazing events for 2024 because I want every event to be like it was this year when people walk away and they're like, holy shit, that just really happened. And we need to either go to the next one or they're hitting us up on Facebook going, hey, when's the next event? Because that was something I want to go to every time you guys have one.
Right.
And create that where people want to give them that day or that weekend to say, we will go to this. And now they have something that they look forward to for a whole year and they want to go back to it. That's what we're trying to create every single time.
I think you're very well on the way to doing that.
You've
really
definitely
do.
hit it, bro. I mean, I want to come back. You know, it's definitely worth the traveling. You know, me getting stopped and them checking my everywhere more than once. You know, I get the red dot right on the
Hoo-ha, the
area.
hee-haw.
And yeah, man, both areas, both
Don't
ways.
pretend like you don't like it.
Bro, like, hey, yeah, I'm packing a missile in here. Don't worry.
That being
It was a
Hey,
heat signature.
what's that?
It was a heat signature. Oh, bro.
Yeah, say we all know you like being naked in the airport. Let's be honest here.
So,
It gets me a little hot. You know what I mean? Hot and bothered, more or less, bro. Like, gosh, damn these things. But hey, Steiner, you gotta. I've been sitting here looking around because I know I have your calendar, but I think it's either hanging up or I don't know where it's at. But let's see them. Let's see them, and let's.
I was gonna say I can go grab mine.
There we go. So let's flip through it. Hey, first right off rip. There's January, folks. Oh shit, there's that
You,
guy right there.
you
God.
get all of our ugly
then-
mugs in there.
Love it. That's all.
Little pre-party action.
Yeah.
That's during the event. That was early in the event. Get a little music action going on. I think that's Joe Allen Christie.
Yeah, man.
And then we got Bree singing the anthem. Actually, she may have been doing a different song at that point, but Mr. Scotty Hastings.
Yeah, I see Scotty made the cut quite a few times, man.
He did. Yeah, there was a lot of
Weird.
pictures thrown up of him.
Scotty.
And of course, the July we have to have the fire truck with the American
love that.
flag and the motorcycles.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that shot, as a matter of fact.
Right. Bravo Zulu
Oh yeah.
for August, jumping in. And then the Patriotic Productions put up the wall with the fallen soldiers of Nebraska. And they came in and did that 100% free. Didn't ask for a dime, didn't ask for anything, came in and popped it up. This was probably one of the most looked at pieces of Herostock. You would look over and you would see people standing there all the time. Super cool deal. You got the Wheels4Warriors USA motorcycle presentation
There it is.
in October because of the spooky bitches. You got the Tree of Valor finishing up in November. And then this picture is probably my favorite. That is actually Corporal Dagan Page's mom. They run the Dagan Page Foundation, Corporal Dagan Page Foundation, out of Omaha. They are just amazing people. They've taken a tragedy and done great things with it. They do a lot of community support.
for those who Dagan Page is, why don't you tell everybody?
So Corporal Dagan Page, he was one of the fallen 13 in the withdrawal from Afghanistan. He was a local kid from Omaha, grew up playing hockey. I knew of him because he actually played against my son. I didn't know him personally during high school. They've turned this foundation into something amazing. They get donations. They do a golf scramble. They do some other stuff. They were one of our sponsors last year. But they put up a scoreboard at one of the hockey rinks. And now they have the Corporal Dagan Page State Hockey Tournament. They've done a lot of stuff within the Omaha and Lincoln community. They help out nonprofits. Just amazing people. She actually hung the pictures of the fallen 13 for Lori on the Tree of Valor. And if you didn't get to witness that, that was probably the hardest piece to watch because she cried about 85% of it. Yeah. And it was very moving to watch, but they're just, I can't say enough about them. We were up at Winter Market a couple weeks ago. They came in and stopped by the table and, hey, how you doing? Da, 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 da. We talked for a little bit and she's like, when's Herostock? I'm ready to go. Let's get it going. Let's get these dates out. So, they're very cool people, very amazing people. And I call them my friends, right? So they're just a great group. So
that's a good example of like how everybody takes something away from Herostock, because if you didn't know the backstory or if you didn't know that was going on, I guarantee that the majority of the people who are at Herostock were not they didn't witness that, or were not, they didn't know that took place. But
right,
for anybody who was a part of that. Like, that was probably the biggest point of their evening. Or, you know, for somebody, for our presentation, that was the biggest point of their evening. Or, you know, a donation that a group made to us, that, you know, is something that they as a board voted on months in advance, and they had planned to come to Herostock because they knew of the event and all of this stuff, and they came there specifically to make a donation. You know, things like that that people didn't know happened throughout the event. There are just so many things that people take away from these events that everybody's going to get something out of it. Whoever you are coming to these events, you'll get something out of it.
Yep.
That's 100%. I mean, I for sure couldn't, like I said, I was there. I witnessed it for myself. I walked away with so many different things. I can't even, you know, I think it was something I needed in my life. You know, it really did. I needed to have that in my life. My wife was, you know, she's made comments too, like, gosh, dang, you never used to have any, you know, texting and all this stuff. And, you know, now I'm part of group chats and everything else, or on the phone, you know, texting and
Talking to Mello every Monday.
yeah, right. You know, it's just, these are things that I didn't do before,
Right.
you know what I mean? And so,
Well, and you call me and
it's an
bounce
extended family. Yeah,
you
absolutely.
call me, bounce ideas off me. I call you, bounce ideas off you. We talk about
100%.
nonprofits. We talk, you know, and Derek, I talk to Derek quite often through text or calls, you know, and I didn't know Derek before Herostock outside of the podcast. You know, Eric Mello, I'm always invited on their show for the Contagion Effect, and Donald Dunn, we're working together now for this event down in Rolla. And, you know, so there's just the connections that I got to make, you know, and not just with you guys, but outside of that. Jay Quick out of Omaha that runs one of the Legions. Andrew Ferrer out of Nashville. Lori with the Tree of Valor. We talk probably once a week, twice a week, or once every 2 weeks. You know, and it's cool because that connection was made because of this event. And that's what you can take away from this event, is to have that support system outside of your family, the support system that understands you as a veteran or you as a first responder, or, you know, that type of family outside of your family.
Sounds good.
No,
So, yeah.
man, 100%. And, you know, I even went and drove out to go see Eric up in Northern California, and went to go hang out with him as well. And, you know, stayed out there for a weekend, and he got to show me around town and stuff. But dude, it was just because we had such a great time hanging out in Herostock. It was like, bro, we got to hang out some more, you know.
Yeah.
How can we hang out some more, you know?
Right.
And
Well,
so,
and you're coming up in January. The
yeah,
end of January, man, when me and Book go out to NAM, you're coming up to hang out with us one night. So, you know, it's those kind of connections where we can all, you know, if I get into your neck of the woods, I'm going to be hanging out with you. If I get up by Eric, I'm hanging out with him. If
I may have to piggyback that ride, and I'll just come up and hang out with you, Roof.
hell yeah, hell yeah, bro. Dude,
We'll have the real fun.
yeah, as soon as you gave me a date, we looked in the hotel. Like, boom, all right, bro, we're in. You know what I mean? Like, you guys ever come to California, we're gonna find a way to connect and hang out. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's one night, couple hours, whatever, we're gonna make the best out of that. You know what I mean?
hell yeah.
You don't know all the people I know in California.
Huh?
I said, you don't know all the people I know in California.
No.
Kyle.
Well, hell, dude, it will be a major party. I hope you come. I hope everybody comes out.
Yeah.
I might be a grandpa that weekend. Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
man. Unfortunately, his first, you know, grandbaby is going to be due on that weekend that you guys are going to be here.
Yep. So
maybe
you'll
he
get to
comes
be
like
the
a
cool
week
kid.
and then he's good. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's got to check that box part, you know, like showing up to the hospital, hold the
Right.
baby, get that Facebook picture real quick.
Yeah, you have to.
Deuces.
You know what I mean? Yeah, deuces. Get that holding that
All right,
baby.
great. Love my
Deuces.
grandkids. Bye bye.
Going to hang out with Roof Book and Steiner. Let's go.
We gone. Yeah. Grandpa will be back.
Right.
Oh. Well, that's effing FB Live. Yeah, bro. They probably booted us out now because of you.
Right.
Yeah,
Whatever. You guys got any last things you want to talk about? Derek, you got any last questions, bro?
no, man. I'm always excited to get to talk to Jason, Jesse. I mean, I love them. They're great, and love talking to you as well. It's just this is my good thing for my Wednesdays.
I'm making Coco say hi.
Oh, there she is. She can't get away.
She's trying to hide.
She tried. She tried. There she is.
That's
She's
awesome.
like,
No, I can't find
No,
it.
I'm seriously
You were on
follow
it,
the
though.
Facebook pages. Like follow Wheels for Warriors, follow Herostock, Wheels for Warriors USA. Follow our pages, man. That's all the information is going to be pushed out on Facebook. We're going to have Eventbrite set up before too long once we get everything finalized. If you're general public, you'll have to buy a ticket there. If you're a veteran, we're doing free tickets on there. So you do have to still purchase a ticket, but it is free. And it's up to, the size of their family, basically, that gets to get in free with them. So we will have those hopefully posted up within the next month. The trip to Nashville is going to be kind of, we're going to feel out Nashville when we're down there and make sure everything can work for that. And, but all these other ones are pretty much locked in now. We're just waiting on setting up bands and that kind of stuff. So once we get that done, the event rights will go out for each event. Ticket sales will open for each event the day that it goes out. And then show up. Just come see it. Come see what we're doing.
Yeah.
And-
On my side of the house, we're shooting for that 7 motorcycles so we can hit our 50th motorcycle at our last Herostock presentation and here back in Nebraska. So if you're an organization out there that wants to sponsor a veteran, if you know of a motorcycle, if you have means to help us get these motorcycles, reach out because we want to make this happen. 50 motorcycles this year would be huge for us, and that would be amazing for Herostock to have our 50th motorcycle be there at Herostock back here in Nebraska. So
yeah, bro. I'm excited that I get to be there for that because like I said, I'm for sure we're making that one. No doubt we're gonna be out there.
Oh yeah.
But hey, I appreciate you guys, everything you guys do, man. And I know it, it ain't easy. There's a lot of work that goes behind it. You guys make it look easy. And it's because of guys like you is why shit gets done and great events happen. You know what I mean? Without that blood, sweat, and tears and the time away from the fam and all the things you got to go do for this, man, much love and much kudos to you guys.
appreciate
Thanks,
it.
bro.
Need more heroes like you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having us on, letting us talk about 2024, and as more stuff comes up, we'll be back in touch.
Right. And and not only that, but if you guys can't make it to the Herostock, someone will be trying to stream it, live stream it, just to get that experience out there, because we know there are people that maybe are, they can't get out there. They're, don't have the mobilization to get out there, whatever. So there's other ways we can get it done. But for the most part, you do want to make it out there because it is actual experience, and it's an actual feeling that you get from that experience. So, but I appreciate you guys, like I said, for everything you guys are doing. We'll see you guys probably, we'll do our check-in with you guys. And plus, we'll be looking out to see that new podcast out there that you guys are going to be doing. So,
Sounds good.
hell yeah.
So excited.
We'll see y'all.
Deuces.
All right, brother. Well, that wraps up another great episode of some Wacky Wednesdays. Hey, bro, stay safe. Don't do nothing too crazy.
Always, you do the same, man.
And I would like to thank everybody for showing up. Everybody that came into the comments out there. Mr. Eric Mello, you are the grand winner of the most comments. And we appreciate you, brother. Ace from Bulletproof Podcast. I appreciate you for stopping by. Joe Allen, Christy, thank you so much for stopping by, brother. Facebook users, we appreciate all of you. And let's see. I think that's
Joe
about
Garcia,
it. Oh,
or
TJ, my
Josh
buddy
Garcia, right?
TJ. Cannot forget Mr. TJ Durkin. If you guys don't know, he is out there helping the community. He has a veteran canna group, and they, talk about cannabis and the healthy ways of medicating yourself, and instead of taking all kinds of pills and stuff. So, go check out Mr. TJ Durkin. All right, I think that's about it. I would like to tell everybody have a great day, great week. Don't let it kick your ass. Make sure you're out there kicking it. Until next time.
Arr.